Yes, I'm going to go over this video. This is my last video. Well, it was actually my last video before, which I didn't show this. The IDF was right here, and you couldn't see this. But in my last video, I showed where this is Iranian troops right outside of Damascus, okay? Iranian troops are right outside Damascus. This was on the 4th. The 4th, I showed this video. It was on the 4th that this video came out about Iranian troops going to over here, Lebanon, and they forwarded. This was on the 4th, but it's Iranian troops. They're coming. And as I said in this video, is that Israel's not going to let them reach Lebanon. I believe that something happens in Damascus. This is Ezekiel 37 and 38. And then in this video, I talked about it too. It's in a lot of places in the Bible. So this is the first part of my video. I wanted to go over this. And IDF means Israel Defense Forces. Somebody asked me that question. So I'm going to get over this right here. This is the first part of my video. Just going over my last video at the beginning. Now, this video right here, it's for people that are knowledgeable about their Bible. This puts everything together, as the title's going to be Promised Land. I even took down the video because all the pieces didn't fit together. The Promised Land, okay? I took it down because I didn't have all the pieces together. But today, after I was so excited when it came to me, I was so excited that I put it out too fast without slowing down and going over it slowly. So that's what I'm going to try to do today. So I'm going to explain everything, okay? Now, as Rod's been telling me all the time, this is true Pentecost, okay? This is true Pentecost, and the 9th of Av is here. 19th, right in here, okay? The true Pentecost and the 9th of Av, okay? As I showed in my last video, people have come to the realization that we are a month off. My brothers right here, they put out this video. I showed this one before. As you can see, they have the 9th of Av right there. 9th of Av is right there, the 19th, okay? 3 days before the full moon, okay? 3 days before the full moon. Then my brother right here, he's got 47,000 subscribers. He has been saying this forever. He said it 2 months ago. There's a lot of people that have been saying this 2 months ago. All right, Rod's been telling me for over 2 months. Right here, he's got this video. He's got the stars in the heavens. The true Pentecost, August, right here, August 11th. So he has all these videos. So, this is where I'm going with this. We're a month off. Everybody, I had very good concerns about us being a month off too. So, as you can see, this would be Pentecost, our departure, and then the 9th of Av is here. 3 days later is the full moon. I'll raise it. This is also when the temple was destroyed, okay? The 9th of Av, right here, both temples were destroyed by fire, okay? The Romans did it, right here, and the Babylonians. Both of them, temples. Jesus said, destroy this temple, and I will raise it up in 3 days. Okay? our bodies are temples. We are temples. Our body is a temple. That's what Jesus was talking about. I will go over this part of it at the end of my video. Okay? I've got two pieces. I'll go over the first part first. I'm going to talk about Obama, the promised land. And then I will go over the temple, what Jesus was talking about. And by fire. And I will go over that. So, I believe we could leave here. This is Pentecost. And then right here, this is when destruction happens. And this is what Jesus said. He has a baptism by fire. And I will go over that next. This right here, and then this. And I will go over it in the Bible. So I believe we leave here. Okay? I'm watching here. Yes, I am watching here. And today I'm watching. But I believe it's here. So, what did Obama say? Like I said, I made this video before I took it down because I didn't have all the pieces. But now I do have all the pieces. And I rushed it. So, Obama said his last speech in office, he said, his State of the Union, he said, a voice in the wilderness. A voice in the wilderness. Okay? Well, this is what happened to the Israelites. They were in the wilderness for 40 years. Okay? At the age of 60, he just turned 60 on August 4th. He can come out of the wilderness. We can go into the promised land, but he's going to be turning the keys over to the Great Tribulation. Obama's book, The Promised Land. When is he going to go to the Promised Land? When he turns 60. And I could go all over that. I started to do that in my last video, but at 60 years old, you could go into the Promised Land. Okay? He was in the wilderness. His last days in office. Right here, January 16th, 2016. He can go into the Promised Land. Okay? But what happens before he goes in the Promised Land when he turns 60? I will set up for that part next. And I will shows it in iPet Go. So this is the first part of my video. So, as I show in this video right here, Obama's last speech was Voice in the Wilderness, right here in office. Okay, Satan always tries to copy God. Always tries to copy what God did. He's trying to change our DNA, as trying to change our temple, our bodies, our temple to God, God's temple. So he's copying Voice in the Wilderness, and then he wrote a book, The Promised Land. The Promised Land, this is when he takes over. He's going to get the keys to the tribulation. He's trying to copy God. As I showed you right here, the full moon's right here. The full moon right here in iPet Go right here. He's going to probably get a head wound right in here. Maybe right in here. This is also when both temples were destroyed right here, and raised up here, which shows in iPet Go. Well, if you go to the 9th of Av, like I said, they laid in their graves, okay? It says, they, after a horrible moment, an uncertainty, but up 15,000 would rise from the graves, happy that they survived another year. So in other words, nobody died. On the 15th, following these practices, but this time nobody died. They kept laying in their graves, thinking that they had erred and calculated wrong. They repeated this exercise the next night and the next night until on the 15th of Av, they saw the full moon. They could not have erred and rejoiced that had shown mercy on the last 15,000. So right here at the full moon is when they went into the promised land. Right here. So after the full moon, they realized it and went into the promised land. As it shows right here in iPet Go. Full moon. So this right here matches up perfectly with iPet Go. It also matches what Obama's been showing all along. He'll be able to go into the promised land and take over the Great Tribulation right here at the full moon on the 21st. As I said, Satan tries to copy God. That's why he wrote this book, Promised Land. I'm assuming right here destruction happens and he'll go into the promised land. Here's Pentecost, we leave. Revelation 2:10, some of you will have tribulation 10 days. Be faithful to death, and I will give you the crown of life. Right here. I'll set up for my next part next about the temple. Our bodies are a temple. These people that took the shot and all that, they're not worshiping the beast yet. I believe that a third of them will die. I believe a third, and I will show that in the Bible. They'll refined in the fire, as the Bible says, and I will go over that next. God bless. Yes, I'll start this here. This is about our temple, the body. Our body is a temple, and we aren't supposed to corrupt our temple. Right here I showed in previous videos about what Jesus said. Salt is good. But if it has lost its savor, where shall it be seasoned? Then he down here says, it is neither fit for the land, nor for the dunghill, but man cast it out. He that has an ear, let him hear. What he is saying here is that if you lost your salt, as I have said before, you're not seeking him, you're not good for nothing. Jesus was referring to Leviticus, as I showed here. First fruits right here. The first fruits obligation, it shall not offer unto him to the Lord. It shall not be burnt on the altar with sweet savor. Like I said, this is in Leviticus. This is first fruits. This is us. Right here it talks about salt. Right here. Neither shall it suffer the salt of the covenant thy God to be meat offering. Offer shall thou season with salt, just like Jesus was talking about. Neither shall it suffer the salt of the covenant of God, right here. With all my offerings thou shall offer salt. That's what Jesus was talking about here. I had these in my other videos. I have a lot of new subscribers, and I wanted to go over this. So Jesus always was referring back to the Old Testament. So, like I said, I will go over this. Refined, okay? Refined. Jesus said, right here, Jesus said, portion. A portion is a part, portion. 3 portions, 4 portions, 4 quarts to a gallon, a portion, okay? Right here. The Lord of that servant cometh at a time he not look for him, and a day he is unaware. He will cut him asunder and put his portion with the hypocrites. It does say hypocrites and non-believers, right? His portion with the unbelievers, okay? Portion, a part, a quarter, let's say, if it was 4 gallons, or a gallon, 4 quarts. So, as I said, we leave here, 11th, right in here. Could be the 9th, right here, the night, at the night. This could be 10 days. The second group leaves right here, I believe. That's in Revelation 2:10. It says, be right here, don't suffer the thing. Suffer, what are you going to suffer? You're going to suffer the fire. I will show that in a minute. The devil shall cast some of you into prison and tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be faithful to death, and I will give you the crown of life. It does not say they go up right away. It says, be faithful to death, and I will give you the crown of life. I believe they got to wait to the end of the 40 days. I've said that in other videos. That's when all people have to appear before the Lord. So this, I've had that in other videos. I'm not going to go over it again right here. So, as I showed you here, we leave right in here. It could be the 9th at night, and then here. But we also, it says that there's terror by night. So we will know at nighttime, and arrows by day. So right in here. Here and here. First group, second group. Okay. These ones right here, fear none of those things which you will suffer. This is fire. Okay. Affliction by fire. I will show you right here. I showed you right here, Jesus said about the portion. Okay, the baptism with fire. I showed you the portion right here. This is a portion. A part of it, okay? Right here, Jesus said, I have a baptism with, and what is straightway to be accomplished, okay? Accomplished. Up here, he says he has a baptism with fire. Right here. I am come to send fire on the earth. I've showed these in my other videos. The first fruits isn't refined in the fire. It's called refined, okay? Right here, what Jesus was talking about in a baptism, a portion, baptism by fire, okay? It's refined. It means refined. So you go right here. These are all the verses about refined in the Bible. It's not very hard to find. You can find it for yourself. Right here, it says in Zechariah, right here. I will bring forth a third part through the fire, and I will refine them as silver is refined. I will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. Okay? This is the same thing I showed you in Hosea, right here. I will go and return to my place until they acknowledge their offense and seek my face. See what I'm saying? Right here. I will hear them. He will hear them. He will hear them until they seek his face. In their affliction, they will seek me early. What affliction? The affliction of fire. Right here. Refined. Right here. If you go to, let's see, no, it's right here, I'm sorry. Right there. Isaiah, behold, I have refined thee, but of silver, same thing. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction. There you go. Like I say, it's kind of hard to hold the phone sometimes. So if you go to Isaiah right here, it says affliction, the fire. Their affliction will be in the fire. Okay, right here. Until they seek my face. Also, too, this is great for people that took the jab. Their temple has to be destroyed, okay? Their temple, their body has to be restored. Come, let us return unto the Lord, for he will heal us. Right here, heal. He is smitten, he will bind us up. Bind us up is not taken, okay? I have said this before. On 2 days he will revive us, and on third day he will raise us up, okay? Some of you will have tribulation 10 days. This is this group. So as I showed you here, you can check these stuff out for yourself. It also says, I will bring a third part through the fire, okay? Where else is that in the Bible? It's right here. A third part of the creatures which were in the sea and had life died. A third part of the ships were destroyed. This is when a third part of the people die. Third part of the everything. Third part. So this is when it says hail and fire mingled with blood right there. It's just what I'm talking about. Fire right here. Fire. So when does this happen? Let's see. I'm just going to make sure I went over everything. But I'm very thorough. I was very slow. Isaiah, behold, I refine thee in the furnace of affliction. Just what I showed you in Hosea. Jesus said, I have a baptism with. Baptism with fire. Straight way to be accomplished. Portion. Portion. You can go over all these verses. Portion means a part. Just like I showed you in Revelation 2:10. Some of you, that's a portion. Hosea, right here. Down here. I will go and return to my place until they acknowledge their offense and seek my face. In their affliction, they will seek me early. Which this is good news for your family members, because right here, Zechariah, I will bring the third part through the fire. I will refine them as silver is refined. I will try them as gold. They will call my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my God. Also talks about refined in their affliction, as I showed here. Revelations, a third part of the creatures, right here. Just as it says right here. In Zechariah. Like I said, you can use these for studies for yourself. In Revelation 2:10, some of you will have tribulation right here. Some suffer none of these things you shall suffer. Behold, I believe this right here, casting you into prison. I believe that you're already in prison if you took the shot. Your body is a temple. It's corrupted. You're stuck here. I have had people say about the magnetic thing, but I'm not really going to go into it. You're stuck here. You cannot ascend. You cannot go with the first fruits because your temple is dirty. But on the third day, he will raise you up, just as I showed you right here in Hosea right here. Hosea chapter 6 says, in your affliction, says he will heal you. Right here. Return to the Lord. He is torn. He will heal us. He has smitten. He will bind us up. Bind us up. This is the harvest, part of the harvest. So I believe this is when we return. As I have said before, this is in Malachi chapter 3. It says, you shall return and discern those that serve God and those that serve not. So this is my video. Like I said, this is High Watch right here. Right here. Could leave here. Here. and right here, full moon right here. So I went over the temple, which is our bodies. Temple was destroyed right here with fire. Both temples were destroyed with fire. I believe these people will be refined in the fire, a third part of them. So this is my video today. I'll show you the time right now. I probably won't put this out until later this evening, but I made the other part of it probably about 1 o'clock, but I was very thorough. So God bless. Yes, I'm going to add this to the end of my video. I'm going to go over this in a minute, but the 9th of Av, the temples were destroyed by fire. Both temples were destroyed by fire. Okay? And as I showed you, our body is a temple. And I believe that that happens for the second group. I believe that happens right here, the same time. Temples destroyed, fire and brimstone, as I showed you in the Bible. It would happen here, okay? Now, I will show you this right here. This is just before the Antichrist comes. I'm going to slow it down. I'm going to turn the volume down too, because I don't like to hear it. As you can see right here, this is DNA right there. See this dancing right here in this little hut right here? Right here? Well, I noticed that Barack Obama, right here, his birthday bash, it was the same thing. It was an elevated platform, it says. Right there, same thing. Same thing. Same thing as this Shiva dance. As I said about Barack Obama, when he gets 60, he can go into the promised land, which is the Great Tribulation. He graduates, in other words. So, as I showed you here, the dance, as they were talking about the dance, then right here, looks burnt here, kind of. Ash, ash, ash. Right here. Ash. Boom. Ash. Ash all over the place. Then the full moon up here. Ash. Donald Trump could die when this all happens, but we could be gone. Rod's been saying that for a while. And then right here, full moon. God bless. This is the end of my video. And as I showed you, I believe that this happens right here. Both temples were destroyed by fire on the 9th of Av. God bless. That's our bodies.